episodes of this. And, yeah. Use code CaptainSparklez to get 10% off all Logitech stuff. Headsets, mice, keyboards, all pretty swick. And link below for that. Yeah. All right, see you next time. Okay, we must save and quit. It is time to be frustrated indeed. At least Zine's server is up and running. All right. I'll be right back, guys. Time to die. Animanetra, 39 months. Hello, sir. I hope you have a wonderful holidays. I hope you do too. And that it is awesome. Okay. What am I going to have for dinner? It is hard decision, yeah. I wonder if he changed anything. I wonder if he changed anything. It doesn't look like it. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay. It sounds less so on your end.
I need a drink. Preferably something with alcohol.
I mean, can we chalk this up to, it was just not thought through on the part of the pack dev, because there's no reason why it should be this difficult. Hello? Oh, maybe he's actually getting a drink. He may actually be getting an alcohol.
Okay, I'm back.
Did you retrieve an alcohol?
Just a drink, not an alcohol.
Oh, okay. Oh, speaking of, I left my water in the hallway. One moment.
I feel like I've got these pretty optimized, and I've figured out some really cool tricks. A couple of them.
Okay.
But
Well, you can walk me through those, but also, like, can we, I was saying when you left, can we probably just chalk this up to this was not well thought out by the dev? Like, they either
there's
didn't
people in chat that are like, oh no, I've got it working great, no problem.
Are they sure about that?
Which makes me wonder whether I missed something, or if I'm dumb, or what.
I they got it working really well in a place where they edited the config file.
Man, what a mess.
It's just you don't get there is no surplusing. You can't.
It's a little surplus, but it's not much.
Well, yeah, but you can get a surplus on the, like, as long as you have 2 soul dust going to the pixies, like, you get a surplus on the 2 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't get a surplus on the arcane gold unless you have it so that every 5, dust specs, you have, like, every 4th run through it sends off 1 to do, like, an additional Munda bidder to do the gold or something like that. And then you also need to spare gold.
I was going to make sequencers for that, because I found some cool ways to do that. But yeah, I mean, that is one of the things that I was talking about, is that it's just like, in order for this to work, I have to get it to where it's like, I literally am doing all right, I need you to send 2 of this to here, and then after that, I need you to send 18 of this to here. Like, control every single step so that those extras are accounted for. It's a lot.
Yeah. Or we could just change the recipe to give us 60. Oh, God. Just trying to figure out what to get for Din Din.
Din Din? Everything that I've done, by the way, is separate, and I did it all in creative because I was just testing. So like I have an entire
really?
work site, but I mean there was no point in trying to build and understand this while worrying about moving stress around and stuff when you're just trying to get the entire process down. So so I have it all separated, like it's and it doesn't mix with our legit stuff at all, but like I said, I learned some cool things, but oh my God, my head.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
well,
that's right. I turned off almost every create sound known to man in muffler. I was like, shut up.
Okie dokie. Well,
So I'm fine editing that if you want. Do you want to do that now before we start? Do you want to do
what do you mean?
The editing the config, if that's what you're wanting to do, to give it to 60 instead of
I don't even know how you do that.
I
So
don't either, but I assume it's just I would literally just search the files for 50 and see what hits I have in the config area for 50, and I would expect to find it.
I don't know if it would literally be in a config file because I don't know where recipe information is stored for mod packs.
It's got to be in a config file. Like, it's got to be somewhere, right? So I don't know why that. I doubt that it'd be put into a binary file. I mean, it's possible, but that seems weird.
A reputable source says it'll be in a mod jar in the data folder. You'll need to unzip the jar. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we'll start it up. So what are we even calling this? Is this I already did a 0.5 episode. This is Pete is not here. Pete is doing things that are not suffering over how this all goes together. So good for him, honestly. And so this is a 0.75 episode where Zine is So for some background here, I did a solo episode yesterday where I finished putting all the belts and systems in place in order to do Chapter Magic 3, wherein our man says you need to send 18 dust specs to be processed back to Arcane crystals to do this whole cycle thing here. Well, the 18 does not account for needing a surplus to go into feeding time in a bottles, and it also doesn't really account for the fact that you always need 2 pixies in each new cycle, which will give you a little bit of a surplus. But if you have 2 of the dust going into
1.87 or so, but yeah, 2.
Yeah, if you have 2 of the soul dust there, then it doesn't leave enough to be able to get any excess arcane gold, because you always have to have 1 Munda bidder going into that deployer over there. So you'll never, unless you have this ability to, every 4th one or every 8th one.
8th cycle, yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking every 4th, because you also have a sub-split here where you need to take the arcane gold, and some of it needs to go into the time in a bottles. So you got to have an every now and again split there. So that's why I was thinking in every 4th split, where 1 would go to the time in the bottles, and then 1 would go into the crafting of the bottom block for the obelisk. And if you do that, you don't have enough left over to always be sending 2 to the pixies every time. So you need to maybe then every 4 or 8, you only do 1 into the pixies, which then relies on the excess you've already generated. But I don't know how you say every 4 or every 8 only send 1. I don't know. Is that even possible?
That I can figure out.
Really?
That's doable. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
I see. It's such a mess. You've grown the ability to fly. Oh wait, we all can fly. Right.
You can fly as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's how much of a mess my brain is scrambled.
Well, I mean, and like I was saying before, I was just trying to understand the processes you were dealing with it, right? Because you were like, hey, can you take a look at this? And so I had to dissect it too. And there's one thing that's standing out to me that we aren't paying attention to, or that makes me wonder, and that it's saying that the obelisk in the Hephaestus Forge can passively generate aura. And I don't know if that's saying, if that's the source we're missing for everything.
Yeah, but that's mentioned nowhere in the thing.
I saw it somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it, but I ran into it. But yeah. On the obelisk, the Arcane Crystal Obelisk cycle, it says that if you click on it, it says you can place this on the Hephaestus Forge pedestal slots to generate passive Ariel.
What?
I haven't tested that at all.
Where does it say this?
In M3, Arcane Crystal, it's on the left side, either second one down or third one down, depending on whether you want to.
Oh, okay.
So that's the part that I've always that's kind of been I'm not sure about that, and I think that's where the surplus comes from, is probably in this area.
I wonder what the rate. Where does it generate though? What's the radius? Does it magically just the block just starts leaking? and then you're like,
I did the ponder on the Hephaestus, and that told me nothing. I did the ponder on the obelisk, and that told me nothing. The ponder on the Hephaestus is simply how to build it, but didn't really give me anything like, here's what you can do with it. On the obelisk, I think is pretty much the same way. Here's how to build and farm it, but none of it comes back to like how that passive generation works. But I feel like that's a key point
that might that might help. That might help. I mean, it will help. It just depends on how
it works.
Yeah, I guess we can try that. So I'm assuming that even if we don't have the Hephaestus like center block thing, if we just make that base, and then we put the obelisks down, like manually make some obelisks, and then put them on the slots, then we just start.
Maybe it starts blooping. It makes it for the forge. It puts it in the forge inventory.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if that's something that we can
pump
get
it
from
out.
It. Yeah. Like, is that only 4 Hephaestus products? That's where the question is. But at least let me show you cause some of the kind of tricks I've figured out with little bits of here and there.
Okay.
So, you might want to be able to fly the whole way.
Sure. Or you can just sneeze and I end up over there.
I mean,
you know,
right here, but yeah. So basically, again, I was just building. This is all the stuff you did, only my implementation in a much smaller way because I'm using creative motors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And yes, to be clear to everybody, none of this is legit. None of this is added to our stuff. It's me testing, and it won't be. Calm down.
This is another world we just teleported to a new server.
Yeah, it's a new world that I just happen to have conveniently a couple chunks away from everything else. But there's a couple things that I figured out. One is I can use the storage controller and linking, because linking is wireless, to move items without having to belt them everywhere. 24 blocks, and I can just add a belt with a filter from the extension. Link the extension to the controller, and it'll pull from the drawer.
So this is what people were trying to tell me to do, and I didn't understand it all when they were like, use a drawer controller. And I'm like, what do you mean use a drawer controller?
Yeah, that's you don't have to belt everything, so you can kind of stack it here. In my testing, like the ones that have the creative stuff, like that's stuff that I know that you're just generating a lot, so I wasn't worried about how do I make gold nuggets or whatever, but for the rest of the process. The other thing that I had seen these before and completely, like I looked at the ponder and thought, what the heck is this for? These rose quartz things are wacky.
What?
And they're a create. They're a create item, and basically, if it gets a signal, it turns on and stays on.
Oh God, you're making a binary counter.
If something else does it, then it turns the next one off. So you can actually use it to create a sequence, because it'll turn the next one off for you. So you can just use redstone pulses to progress your sequence. And that makes it really easy to do, or not easy, but that makes it possible to do a much more sequenced and nuanced thing. I was so confused on why you would want something that sends a signal to the next one, and then I realized, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So where I used that was like in doing the loop for the creating arcane crystals out of aura. You could just drop a spec in there, and it like would lock the rest of it until that's finished. More of the specs wouldn't fall. So just in case I needed to keep it like, one at a time sort of thing. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool.
How is this completing the whole sequence here?
So basically this is a tunnel that says only arcane crystals go one way, spec goes the other. This goes into a drawer, and this drawer is hooked up to a controller that literally only. Oh,
you're doing the controller thing
so it's
again.
Just drawing
Got
back.
it.
It's just bloop, and it just teleports it back. So yeah, that way. I needed to do that because, like you're saying, where there's so little excess of aura that I couldn't have the extra spouts that were partially filling. Right, like I needed them. To have it all in one spot. So. But
then the other issue is you need some going to the actual time in a bottle. And like I haven't even
and I haven't gone
introduced
down into that route
yeah.
at all. So.
And once you introduce that, you're just fricked. Like, how do you have the extra stuff? And I'm seeing people saying that there is, you cannot extract the Oriole essence from the Hephaestus thing. Like, it's on its own, and you have to manually retrieve it or something like that. So, like, I don't, it's, I just don't, here's the thing. I don't think that the pack creator intended for I think it was just an oversight
Poorly
or
mapped?
short-sighted. Yeah, I just can't envision that this was their objective to make it like so you actually need a computer engineering degree in order to be able to figure out how you do this. And sorry, I skipped the part when I was giving the background that after going through all this, I got back on to take a thumbnail. Of course, the machine was stopped. And I was like, okay, well, I'm off stream now. Let me just run through math and see how the frick I can get this to work. And no matter what, I was like, oh, I can't. This isn't gonna work. This doesn't work. So I asked. That's when I brought it to you.
Trying to write it down and being like, okay, if I do this, clearly there's. And I'm like, oh. Well, the other problem with this process in general, and again, I don't know if the process, like, if this is all just the mod pack designer or what, but the problem with this process for me is it's like there is so ambiguous to a beginning. It's not linear. It's like you got to have like 8 sub things all kind of running on their own, but they're all also kind of interrelated, and that's just. So I was like, okay, if I give it. If I start with an obelisk, can I take it to where, through the entire cycle? No, I needed to do these other things first. Well, I can't do that. Anyway, it just became very chicken egg on a lot of it.
That's why it took me so long to even get to the point where the thing was starting. And then it's like, it's so difficult to even get to that point. Why then make it so once you get to that point, it's just like, nope.
you only get a little bit.
But. See, the thing is, even if we get this thing to actually be looping, like even if we can use the rose quartz lamps to be able to get it to sequence off the 5 specs that we have to play with, once we introduce the time in a bottle, it all goes to short because all of a sudden the Oriole essence starts getting used there, and I don't know how we make it so. Oh, it only goes and like I guess we could.
We just run this for a week or two, and then we build a second version of it all, and now we're making it twice as much, so it only takes 1 week instead of 2 weeks to get. And so eventually we have 18 of these running, and we'll have all the time that we need.
I'm just like I know that if we actually go edit the recipe and just make it, I mean, the easiest thing would be just make it to a multiple of 9. Why was it 50? Why in the world was it 50 instead of a multiple of 9? I will never know. But if we just make it, I don't know, 63, some people will be upset. Some people will be upset.
And that's a risk we're willing to take.
But also, I just feel like this doesn't seem like intended game design, which I will never be able to confirm, but
yeah, it's I'm with you, and at the very least allow me to validate completely your frustration because it's a mess, and I spent I worked on this for several hours today, and just trying to say and again for me it's like my brain. I do okay on the process, like cycling through, insert point A, get to point B. But this whole like interlocked squid nonsense of the process is just, that's where I just am like, no, bad, no cookies.
Yeah.
So I just push buttons and look at lights.
Yeah. So. I mean, I'm being told that it is actually because it's Cube.js, which is like a mod pack recipe customization thing. It's simpler and it's a file that's not requiring unpacking a jar. So, shall we? You want to run a little? Just so we have some democracy going. You want to run a poll in each of our chats and just see?
I can. I know my chat's answer, but I absolutely we could be
Just so that
democratic
we
about it
know
all.
that democracy has been had, let's
Uh-huh.
just poll the
Now, you have to be neutral because you
what
can
do.
influence the with the how you phrase things, right?
What do for recipe? Change to 63, leave at 50. I think that's neutral enough. Okay, I have initiated the poll.
How long we talking? 2 minutes? 1 minute?
What did I say? I think I just left it at default, which is probably
Okay, 2
2
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. All right, mine's up as well.
Okay.
It's very very neutrally worded. It's should we fix this? Yes or no?
God, you were projecting, I see.
What? I've never projected my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then some people are like, but actually, can we just change it to 30 instead of 50?
Yeah, that's a net loss, and that's not how that works. Oh, let's see. It looks like right now I'm running about 90% for, 10% against.
Okay. The update on my side is 84% in favor of change to 63, 16% in favor of leave at 50. So the more democratically worded, also trending in that direction.
Democratically
Perhaps.
worded.
Instead of heads I win, tails you lose. But it does seem to be holding fairly consistent. You know how in political elections, they even before all the votes are counted, they go, we're calling it in for yeah. I feel like we can kind of give it the call. We can give it the call. We're calling this election towards changing it to 63.
The eyes have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we just have to figure out how to implement. Okay. Oh. Wow. That's so convenient. I just so happen to have already received the information. We will, I assume, have to restart the server, but let me give you the info.
Restart.
Here it is.
Let's see. Cube.js servers. Okay.
Thank you, Awakened Redstone.
Why don't you tell them about our sponsor while I'm doing this?
Oh, that's such a good idea. Wow, everybody. While we are developing the mod pack, which is really cool. We've never had the opportunity to do this before, world first. You should check out our sponsor for the server on which we are developing the mod pack. If you want to develop a mod pack with your friends, check out Apex Hosting and use codes in the description of the stream or the YouTube video from each of us to get 25% off your first month. And then you can do cool, awesome, fun stuff, which will be pretty cool. And it'll be awesome. So, yeah, you can play vanilla or another mod pack too. So, anyway, thanks to Apex for sponsoring.
I'm ready if you're wanting.
You ready for the restart?
Ready for a restart. I actually the hardest part's getting the panel up to do the restart.
Okay. Okay.
Right. And fortunately, this actually loads pretty darn fast. I've been impressed. So yeah, the default behavior of those wireless drawers is 12, and I moved it to 24. I was like, a little bit of space here, a little bit of space. I felt okay with that. I was like, I accept this from myself.
Oh wow! Apparently, a slash reload would have done it.
Well, you know what we did instead?
The more you know. Yeah. The more you know.
We did a slash big
Restart.
reset. Oh, bro, I had to restart the server because I was generating a bajillion chunks when I was looking for the oil.
Mm-hmm.
And the server came up, and apparently it's a known bug, but sometimes the server can start and the whatever the weird system is that we have tying into the item vault or storage doesn't work. And you have to restart the server again. But it took me, like, I'm just like, where's the stuff?
Oh, yeah, because you don't know, like, did we do something wrong?
It's
no? Okay, cool. Well, that was fast.
It moves along. So yeah, there was a definite like, guys. So now if we look at
Okay, let's see.
let's take a look at
Arcane crystal dust spec. Oh wow, that's such a good number to have as the recipe result. It actually, you know what? It's even better because we could siphon off an additional 6 onto one side, and then what we can do is we can ensure that over time we are actually generating a surplus of the arcane crystals, which can be fed into the time in a bottle. Because otherwise, as it stands right now, if we had just siphoned if we had siphoned 3 blocks over, then I don't know if we would have had enough to always guarantee the surplus on the Oriole essence.
Yeah.
So yeah, this works out. Yeah. This works out great. This works well.
I was like writing and I was like, that's nice. Okay, let me throw all this totally legit stuff on the ground and let it do its thing. I'm not going to tear down these machines, but they're very dedicated and it's not like it's interfering with my regular stuff back.
You do 2736 with 63. Did that work that way? Well, in any case, okay, so what we can do now, which is going to be really great, is we can set it so... actually, can I, with 69, can I reintroduce the brass tunnel over here? Hopefully, and if I do that, this will hopefully just give us what we need, and we can do a 27 and 42, or whatever the math is, 27-42 split. Will that work? Hopefully a 27-42 split will
I hope that
work.
wasn't a question for me, because I started seeing rainbows by the end of that.
I'm just hoping a 27-42 split works. If it doesn't, then it's fine. We'll just have to manually every now and again throw some crystals into the whatchamacallit. I don't know. 27-42.
Way to end on a strong note,
I'm so
we're so fried. We are both.
Yeah, my brain is scrambled egg after trying to deal with this, and hopefully it will be good. So
I was not exaggerating when I was like, I need headache medicine. Like I was, my head was pounding by the time I pulled out of it today.
So hey, at least in the future, I will know that I can use that drawer controller thing. I might need your help with a little bit of refiguring out how it all goes and stuff like that. But that's good. Yeah. Good news. Good news.
It's
pretty cool.
It's convenient. I mean, like I don't mind belting stuff around. Like I don't think it has to be, but it is at certain points fairly convenient. All right, so I need a puller. And...
I actually do need to go retrieve some more arcane. Because we are a little bit low at the moment. And then after we get this going and hope that it is self-sustaining, then we can look at your thing that you did where you have a self-generating train and stuff that you were talking about that I haven't seen yet.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's not that, it's pretty simplistic, but yeah. Where's my backpack? Why my backpack? No backpack. Where's my stuff?
I have no idea where your stuff is.
My backpack. Oh, did I accidentally delete my backpack? I might have accidentally deleted my backpack.
Oops.
Yeah, I think I hit a button that cleared my inventory, and it took my things out with it.
Oh, did you shift-click the X?
I think I might have on accident, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I know what I had,
would have gotten rid of your stoof,
yeah,
unfortunately.
So, I mean, what was inside the backpack, while useful, was not, like, irreplaceable. At least, the things that... let's see, with the Radiant backpack, there we are.
Oh, there's some. Okay, cool.
And then the heart. I was like, oh, that's nice. I cleared that all out. And then I was like, I'm glad I put my stuff down. And then I realized, not all my stuff. Get the important bits back.
No. Hey, get from that 2. What the frick? Even with fortune? Well, this is gonna take forever. This is my punishment. This is my punishment for the config changes. I actually have to go and find a bunch of arcane now because I used all of it trying to like, okay, maybe if I seed it with a little bit more, it'll actually be self-sufficient. Nope, it won't. It
Nope.
won't be. It won't work that way. Where the frick is there some? Is that some? Yes, that is some.
Get some.
Oh, that works significantly better. Okay, from 2 out of 2 ores to 9 from 1. All right, just need 2 more now. Come on. Don't fail me. One more ore.
Yes, my actual armor's gone and nothing of value was lost.
You had some diamond, right? Some.
Just diamond.
Well, why you put some respect on Diamond's name? Oh my god, and then it goes to 1? What is this, vaulthunters.json?
Okay.
There it is. There's more. It's okay. Cool. There's some more too. We're good.
Oh, I didn't even like your back.
All right, we're good.
We good?
Ow. All right, yeah, I've got it. Oh. I have got the necessary things.
Let's see.
So I am a return.
You are returned. Very good. Very nice.
I did happen to see that there were some folks mentioning, well, there was one particular message saying that Chapter Magic 4, which comes after this one, definitely requires a computer engineering degree.
Oh, good. Don't worry. It gets worse.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was telling my chat, like I was like, I've been, some of this is kind of kicked off a little bit of a want to program bugging me a bit, just like kind of getting that feeling going again. Oh, I'm putting unbreaking on mending. That's not how that works.
No, that is how it works. You can unbreak and mend.
Oh,
you just can't on a bow. You can't do infinity
mending
mend.
On mending, that's what I did.
Oh yeah, that won't work well.
I'm paying a lot of attention. Well, it works just fine. Just I ended up.
Well, yeah. Don't double mend is all. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I was like, I this is kind of giving me a little bit of that bug to go and do some programming, and then it's like, and now we've gone far enough. I'm like, no, it's not anymore. Nope, done. Let's see, get this again, and then this guy.
Oh, this is so cool. It's like sending 2 to each side. Oh, even a third, even a surplus here this time. Wow, that's so awesome. Oh my goodness, it's like it might actually start doing what needs doing.
The optimism is amazing for you.
It may start doing what needs doing.
All right, I had it on my pants.
They should start considering adding mending 2 into a future Minecraft update.
I mean, I could see it like being more efficient or something.
Requires less experience.
Yeah.
All right. The process hath recommenced. I'm just a little concerned if I... Are these level 2 dongers? No, they aren't.
Yes.
Okay.
Like to level up to my donger, please.
Wait, why is there 27? Oh, God. I should have cleared... I didn't realize I hadn't cleared the belt. I should have cleared the belt. I think this was 18 going around, so I'll add 9 more.
Okay.
In Minecraft 2, they'll have mending too. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, the only issue is that now we might actually end up with... Will we end up with too much on the belt? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Hopefully.
Okay, so no goggles. I see nothing. Goggles here. I see the extra stuff. Okay, cool. Where was oh yes. So draining this guy. Need a liver. Means I'm gonna need some more andesite. Stuff away. Okay, you and you and you.
I'm just watching this thing in action to make sure
whether it works.
It's self-sufficient. Yep. So 1.
And this is going to be pulling from the
There we go. That's 2.
There. That'll drain that down. Okay, so I want to try and get some noogies here. You have a bunch on a belt.
I do wonder if it would be more economical to instead just have one spout and one mechanical press, kind of the way that you had it set up. And it would take 4 rotations, but we wouldn't have any like wasted.
Yeah, I mean it slows it down because you can only have you don't have as many running in parallel, but yeah, you're using the aura all in a concentrated spot, so you're not spreading like you don't have dregs in multiple spouts dragging you down.
It is going.
So, what else was I working on?
Wait.
Waiting.
Did it run out? Did it stop? God dang it, man. God dang it.
It's rough out there.
I think it's I can't do a third. I don't think I can do a triple block. I think we have to do something where we just like, I don't know, let crystals back. I can just do this. It'll make it slower, but it will actually work if I just do that. I'll just have to go around more. Let's see. There could also be a way to... You know what we could also do? Is we could just funnel off from the... Oh, yeah, we could do the other way, which I was going to set up, which is we do 18 over here, and then we just funnel like an extra spec off to do another sequenced assembly, and then we just send that over to the time in a bottle. Could do that. Could do that. Okay, so let's just do 18 here.
Get that, and that, got the pieces.
18, and then this would be 51. Cool.
All right, so I need to make a bunch of tanks and glue them onto that.
Or I guess if I did 19 Right, if I did 19 instead, then I could... Yeah, but I just don't want to have to figure out how to take one every cycle off.
There's more in that than I was expecting.
Why not feed back 8 of the 9 from the time in a bottle process?
Fair bit more than I
Oh.
was expecting. Wasn't prepared.
I could do that. I could actually do that. You're so right. I could run that into a chest. I could run that into a chest, and then... But the problem is when this thing... No, when this thing stops... Yeah. Yeah, the problem is it'll... Yeah, it'll backlog in the belts. But I could, in theory, bring it over to here and have it insert into here. Maybe.
Okay, now... Refill you with various bits and bobs. Most of it will come out, but... Now.
I could do the... You're right, I could do the drawer thing. I could do the drawer thing and then have 8 just go back into there. Which would probably work. Yeah, okay. Hey, Zine, do you want to execute a drawer thing real quick?
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious at the term execute, but I can set up a drawer thing. Like, do you want to come and ritually execute? I'm like, no, I'm good, man.
So I just want you to show me kind of how the thing works, but I basically have an idea of how to, I just want to funnel one of these arcane crystals to go into the time in a bottle, but the other 8 will continue in the process, and I think that will actually kind of do what needs to be done there, probably.
Should be pretty doable.
So we can do 27 still, and we can do the whatever 41. Wait, sorry, 27, not 41. What am I talking about? 42.
Oh, dear. So the extensions are way more expensive. So that's interesting.
Extensions?
Yeah, the controller extension, which is part of what kind of gives you that.
Oh, so this without creative mode is not as easy.
Well, yes and no. So we can easily have it to where you okay?
Oh, I was just looking at radiant mechanisms.
Yeah. So like basically you can have it to where you could like use the you kind of need the extensions to really make it like I'm like you can kind of we need radiant to really make that useful. Okay. Is there anything I can do to get us there for now? We do have 4. How did we... Shadow Steel, Radiant Sheet, Refined Radiance. I don't even know how to get half this stuff, let alone...
They are saying you can do a storage link.
Storage link is...
Okay, I might be able to use that actually then.
Yeah, that's a different one though, right? Like
that's sophisticated storage, but it's cheaper and doable, and I've done it and have like those blocks
Go do.
Probably in the system. Storage controllers here. And then storage link. Okay, so I made storage links. So, okay. No
problem. Make the controller, because when I actually started doing it, I actually checked to see if the controller was expensive. And I was like, oh no, that's fine. I didn't look at the extension. I looked at the controller itself and was like,
yeah,
oh,
I gotcha.
Cool. This is within range. And then just now I was like, let me whip that together for you. Oh dear God.
And then I need a the storage tool. I need a storage tool.
Yeah, she's going.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I need the link because what I need to do here is I am hoping to, like, I gotta
Did you
take
find out about
2 chests, right?
the
I gotta test
drawer?
this.
The drawer mod also has, I guess, an armory drawer, which it holds like 2,000 non-stacking items. So it's kind of the solve for the whole, multiple. It needs an external interface to get to it, so I don't think it's useful to us at the moment. But I did find it interesting that they're trying to head down that direction.
Huh. Okay. Wait, so I funnel directly into the Oh, I see. So I tunnel, split one off. All right, chest. So I'm gonna get a chest. And then a split. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, so the thing is, what I need to do is I need to have this feed an item into this chest. So how would I do that then? Do I need to... Because I would think that I would need to do this and then go like that to there, right? And then what I can do is I can like put, the shafts in here. Or I can't. Should be able to link the chest directly even? Let's see. Oh, okay. Wait, does that still work without that? Oh, it does. So then I could... But then can I just, like... How do I deposit, though? Does it have to be... Can it... Like, I can't click to interact. It has to be a funnel. Let me see. So if I were to do that right there... and I threw, like, that into there. Oh, okay. That is cool. That is cool. So that works. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Great. Great news. Let's give this a try. Okay, so I think I have a potential thing here for stuff.
You've got yourself a thing?
I've got a thing for stuff.
Nice.
With a funnel, does it only take one and branch it off to the, or tunnel? By default, does it only take one, and send it off 90 degrees?
That's the andesite one does that, I believe.
Okay, cool. Then that actually is just perfect for my... Wait, no. Oh, no, because I want the one to continue straight. I guess I'll do brass tunnel then.
Brass,
that'll be all good. Brass you can configure.
Can you? I don't know if you can configure numbers.
You can, yeah. Oh, no. That's funnels. But yeah, I have the funnels, so we're good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I got this. I got it. I know what I'm going to do.
He's got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, he's got it.
So I am going to take the chest here to do a split. So that'll go in there.
Wide load.
And then this will take...
Oh, and then I need a
one
fluid interface. Man, all this, all of our complimenting of Pete, telling him how pretty he is, and he's still just like, you know what? I've had enough of these guys.
Yeah, he was. I'm gonna just take a week. See you guys later. You're a bit of a headache. This was the trying to figure this out was a headache to you. We are the headache to him.
We are the headache. Yeah. Look at me, I'm the headache now.
Okay, so we'll do that. Oh, you already 90 degree on the belt. You probably just use the andesite tunnel. Oh, really? Could I? Could I do that? It's not too late. Wait, so if I did an andesite tunnel here, though, what would
It's
that
not too
even
late.
do? I don't even know what that would do. Like, how would that even work? How would that work and do this? Oh, I kind of have an idea. I see. So I would basically just take this and, yeah, go straight. Yeah, okay, I can do that. Honestly, probably simpler.
Well, that's also an option.
And then will this work here? Do I have any gearboxes? Oh, no, don't tell me I got rid of all my gearbox. Oh, my God. I need more gearboxes. I'm fricked, dude.
Some pipage in here.
I need more gearboxes.
Cogs.
Stealing all the gearboxes. I wish we just had a dispenser for automatic gearboxes as much. All you can eat gearboxes.
Oh, you can
Yum.
just gearboxes all day long.
Yep.
I think that that's too complex for us to be able to make.
It may be, but oh, that's the wrong thing. Why would you do that now?
Oh, a lot of people wanted me to tear down the water wheels, saying they think that that will help your frames, and I don't think so. But there was a lot of anti-water wheel sentiment out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
I think, but I wonder if they're like looking through mine because you've got all your particles turned off where I don't. So mine's like
Mine
spraying
are
a
they're
bitch.
decreased, but there's
Yeah.
definitely still particles going on. So okay, let's see. Does this siphon one off? That didn't work. That completely didn't work. Why didn't that work? Well, what a stupid andesite tunnel you are. What an idiot. What a stupid andesite tunnel. I should have done it my original way. The andesite tunnel doesn't work.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the particulars of the andesite tunnel, other than I know I looked it up at once and I was like, what's the point of this? Like, it was dumb. Like, it will possibly peel off like the top one sometimes, or I don't know. It was. I remember looking at the ponder and not being terribly impressed with it and moving on to other things.
So I think the belt has to be continuous, huh? The belt has to be continuous. I see.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Got it. Yep, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here.
You don't want a non-continuous.
No.
belt.
Come to me.
Crazy.
Wait. Come to me. What are you doing?
What are
No,
you
why is
doing?
it going less? Go for... Oh, you click with the belt. Ah, I see.
Why did? Oh, I see. I've been there. How dare you? Oh, that was my bad.
Okay, there it goes. Okay. And then... I'm gonna go the wrong way. Oh, this is going to be annoying to fix.
It always is. Okay. And I need some. Not sure how that ended up in there, but you know what? That's fine. We need. What do I need encased?
Oh, that is an issue. Yeah, that's an issue. Frick this. Frick this.
Did you find yourself an issue?
Yeah, I need a 1-block belt, and it's not gonna be a thing, I don't think, so this can go frick off, I guess. Oh god, that's gonna be such a pain to reconnect again. God dang it.
Sorry, this has happened. There's my basics. Some of them anyway.
I am just going to do this the way I had initially planned because it has taken so much longer to try to do it the andesite way that it was just incredibly stupid. And I shouldn't have done it to begin with.
As is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Easy peasy, and then we can just have the other one send 8 into here. So much freaking easier.
Construct, which means I need a glue. Glue should be pretty easy. Bloop.
Great. Exciting news.
Things exciting.
Yes, very much so. And then all I have to do is loop that back to here. And with this. Brilliant. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. That should work. Now we just need to link you. Link there. And to there. Great. Now the question is, if we do this, will it do what it's supposed to? Now there's 5 in there.
All that. I don't have more tracks. I'm an idiot.
So that did split it, but did it go? Oh, it didn't go in. It didn't go in. Why are you dumb? Connect properly, please. Oh, there it goes. Hey, nice. Okay, it works. That's awesome. It is very cool. Okay. And now it should finally be self-sustaining. For the love of God, please be self-sustaining. Holy frick. Okay, belt is clear. We're sending 27 there, and this is gonna work. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here goes nothing. Moment of truth. Well, many moments of truth, I should say. But
Neat.
I am further an idiot. I've idioted on multiple levels. I fried everything I had in my head out when in doing with all that today. So now, like, trying to start something else is like, how do I use train?
yeah, no, I gotcha. Which I still need to see, but hopefully this is...
You're busy.
No, I don't want to be busy, though. I don't want to be busy.
It's just a train.
Okay, here comes the fluid. Here comes the fluid. Let's go. All right, let's get it rolling. Get it rolling. Can we make it go faster? Let's see. Or will this frick things up?
Looking good.
Vroom. Vroom, mechanical press. Vroom!
Right where I'm sitting, fix that. Other concerns, other concerns.
Okay, go, 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 go.
There you go.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's slower now, but at least we know it's all going to be filled up in that one single dispenser, and when the server runs overnight, it will keep going. Please, for the love of God, it will.
Okay, and then I need gold for you. Kind of expected you to have pulled more in. Just a little disappointing.
Oh, you know, alternatively here, what I could
Obsidian.
do
Block of gold.
is I could make it so that instead... oh god, did we just inundate this with more? Or, no, we have not. We've not made the thing yet. But I'm thinking we could instead do, whatchamacallit? We could do 19 here. We could do 19. And then that might actually be better, and then we would generate even more of a surplus, and then it would just always, you know, it would always funnel the addition. Whenever one gets sent over there, 8 would come back. So 19 may be a safer way to play it. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Big B Bizzle, thank you for the 16 months. And Stretch, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Been a fan for years. I do appreciate that, mate. And then Twitch, like, added even more to that, which is very cool. Okay, okay. Because 19 would make it so the belt is also probably less likely to back up, and we'd be generating more excess. It ran out. Oh, it ran out, but I think we're pumping more. Yeah, more is pumping in, so it can keep going. Okay, question for you.
What's up? How can I help?
What do you think is a better way to do this? To throw 27 into the crystal-making loop, and then, you know, every third block gets siphoned off towards the time in a bottle? Or actually, if you are you able to come over here, or are you far away in the middle of things?
I am not terribly close at the moment, but I can, in about 2 minutes, I can be there.
Okay. I mean, if it's not gonna mess you up too much.
I'm just laying some pipe.
Okay.
All right. Assemble, and I am mounting my tank on wheels. We're departing the Exxon Valdez. You just need to travel 6,000 blocks. Don't worry about it.
That's fun, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that did it. There we go. That thing's going. Cool. The only issue right now basically is, like, if this gets too backlogged, because I don't think it's completing the sequence with enough time before the next one comes through. And that could eventually get kind of fricked up. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe it's not getting fricked up. Maybe it's actually good. Because I think 19 might be better. 19 might be better for keeping this thing full, because this is going to be really crucial once we get the time in a bottle going, you know? So yeah, maybe 19. Okay. I'm going to do... Are you here? Okay, so question is... right now I have this set to be 27, so it's 3 blocks that it produces every cycle. It does seem to be self-sustaining. However, I am concerned that once this kicks on, the time in a bottle production, this might drain and it might not be self-sufficient anymore, and we might run out. I have slowed it down by just, you know, making it so it's 1 spout instead. But what I could do instead of doing 27 is, because now I have this system over here, so the third block which was originally just getting deconstructed into 9 and sent over into the thing over here, I have instead opted to have it take 8 of those and send that into the storage controller, which sends it right back into the press over here. So basically only 1 out of the 27 is going into the time in a bottle sequence. Instead, I could just do 19 specs, so that would be 2 blocks plus 1, still have this all set up as is, and that way we would always have more of a surplus of the Oriole essence, so that once this kicks on, it shouldn't potentially drain it quite as badly.
Yes. I think that doing the larger numbers rather than like what you were kind of saying right now is better. But if you don't want to bother putting in a switch that's monitoring whether you have enough REO essence, then I would lower down the numbers.
Okay.
My approach would be to use a smart observer and to experiment a little to see if I can get it to recognize when it needs to send more Ariel or when it, like, basically to prioritize Ariel to the process and only send excess Ariel over to the spout when there is excess. But that is obviously more work to do and some redstones and smart observers and redstone clutch, a tank that you're monitoring the levels on, etc. comparator.
Gotcha.
That's how I would probably set that up. But if you don't want to go through that route, then I would say go with the more conservative number.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so that'll be 19, and then it'll be 50 over here, I guess. Cool.
I actually made it so that all of the, mainly the quest to try and help your frames, all of the major redstone stuff and
it does seem to be better, even though it's only showing 20. Maybe I've gotten used to it, but it does seem to have improved a bit.
Now turn off, like the entire segments turn off if there's nothing to produce. If they're full, they detect it and they, like, the entire leg of the machinery all stops. So it's,
wow.
they're basically all on demand now.
Okay, that's cool.
So they shouldn't be running if not need be, but yeah, I did get that set and changed.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it still says I'm at 20, but it does feel like I'm getting a lot more than 20. So I think there is actually an improvement.
Used to it, but maybe.
Oh, okay. So apparently, if I make this a sophisticated chest, it will. Actually, I can filter slots in the chest. That's interesting, in case it got, like, backed up or something. Something to worry about later, perhaps. All right, well, maybe I should work on routing over the finishing touches here for actually, you know what? Do you want to show me your, like, train and what you did?
Sure. I mean, it's if you would like. There's no pressure to. It's mainly just a jump tunnel, but
I would love to see it. Let me see it.
So I've got my chunk in a factory that I've been working on. Factory in a chunk, however you want to look at it. Over, I think you've been there, right?
Factory in a chunk.
Yeah, I'm to the west of you.
Okay.
Maybe you haven't seen it.
Oh, no, I don't think I've seen this.
So this is my away from you where we can do processing without it having to, render and everything like that. So the first thing I did, and it was just, I've got a tree farm up top that farms, and then I got a boiler based off of it. So it's self-perpetuating on stress. I don't need to worry about any of that.
Okay.
That just runs. And then down below, I've started to work on bringing flint over from the iron production, so that'll automatically arrive, and then this is where I'll start processing. So all of this is intended to be the chapter 3, the chromatic, is where I'm kind of starting here. But the first thing you do, or one of the first things you do in chapter 3, is you need to add refined fuel, which gets to oil.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I don't have any oil. And so there's an explorer's compass that you can use to kind of find infinite oil sources, because I like emptied a lake and was like, oh, this is not going to get us very far, because I went and found someone's like, this is not much at all.
So infinite oil, I'm assuming it's the same as the lava thing?
Yeah, it's 10,000 blocks. So
Okay.
I went and found it. It was about 60 to 300 blocks away. This doesn't really have...
Here?
It's just a ladder.
Oh, okay.
How do ladder? I'm not sure how this is going to work with 2 people, because it's kind of a one-man ride. But
I can try to hang on.
the train tracks actually are built.
Oh God, I'm leaving.
Let's see. Do we have any? You don't happen to have a wool seat on you, do you?
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you in the Nether?
What's that?
Oh no, you haven't. It hasn't entered.
I'm right here. Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead and drive it in.
Okay. You're letting me drive, Dad?
Sure. Well, it's on rails. It's where you're gonna take it, you know. But the those trains automatically support the traversing the Nether and stuff. So there's also a block, and you can just keep going. There's
Okay.
also a block that it's kind of like the drills, like for a drilling thing, but instead it's a paver, so it will drill, but it will also drop blocks ahead of it. So I use those kind of on the sides and obviously in the base, and it helped. So a lot of this just was it did for me, you know. I mean, it wasn't like completely automatic, and it took a little while, but
do you have drills on the train? Flies in the way.
No. It's just tanks. It used to be they're called rollers, I think. But they're just a create item, but they kind of just pave and make it all do the right things, you know? So anyway, this is just a way to get the fuel or the tank over, and then on the other side it pops out where I had found that infinite oil. And so setting up a starbuncle and a pump system, and just going to set the train up to cycle back and forth. Apparently you can use one of those captured blaze spawners as the driver, and then the blazes aren't really vulnerable to anything from the Nether.
Oh, okay.
So you can have that just cycling back and forth. And so yeah, I mean, it's just a tunnel, but it was kind of neat how we were able to set up a self-building train. Like, it placed the tracks for me and stuff, and changed all the paving to the cobble, and at least as long as I had cobble, set up the walls and placed them, and just
so how
all those pieces.
How does it mine the tunnel with drills?
No. So there's I want to say, yeah, it's the create mechanical roller. If you ponder that, it's actually a really cool item.
Mechanical roller. Let's see. Oh, it's not too expensive. And
No, not at all.
oh, what the heck? So it's basically a drill, but for trains.
Yeah, and you can also have it like put down your desired blocks and stuff like that. So and you know, that way, I instead of my train being entirely supported by Joey or just even Netherrack, I can have extra stuff. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward and simple, but I thought it was neat and used it to kind of build this whole thing out, and here we are. You know. Nothing, like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's just a train and a tunnel. So I know that that's not the most exciting, but it was
that's
a
cool.
fun experiment to kind of figure out how to do. And again, it built itself in a way.
Is it, wait, should I approach? Is there oil to be had here?
I don't have the pump yet, but I will momentarily.
Okay.
That's what I'm working on. You know, that's what I was working on right now. You know, was just I had picked up the gold wheel for the Starbuncle to give him some motivation.
Gotcha.
Which was sorely lacking before.
I was
Now
gonna
that
say, you
that's
know about
there,
the gold thing, right?
yeah,
And yeah.
yep. I just didn't have one on me when I was doing the original, and then I need to get that. I was like, wait, let me get an angle. And where's my shaft? I can't ever find my shaft. It's very disappointing. Oh,
Why
there
doesn't
is.
it want to connect?
So, and then let's do
Yeah, do you need to
that
chunk
there.
load this, or does it not really matter?
Some of it, but not the train doesn't need to be chunk loaded. The train can handle not being chunk loaded, which is cool. And so some like over here I probably will, but not all of the stuff that's in there. And okay, so that should be.
Oh yeah,
rolling.
look at it. Look at it filling.
Now I'm hoping that the whole thing is treated as one inventory and not that it's like going to fill up one, because I have like 18 different tanks on here. Yep. Okay. Cool. It's going to different ones now.
Okay.
So yeah, I can set up a schedule and have a guy come and get the things that he needs, and that'll be that. Just I kind of like I figured out the portable interfaces through the track, which I kind of think is neat and a little subtle and just I don't know. I've just been a lot of experimenting.
Oh.
This pack has been nuts, but it's also been a lot of learning too, which is kind of cool.
So is that just basically? That's not a special feature of the track. It just allows you to
Just let's
pass through the track. Okay.
Yeah. So and I'm pretty sure like portable storage interfaces and stuff will pass through a block anyway. Like I think they just phase through a block when they connect and look for their things. So I don't think that's anything specific to sand or this track or anything. I think it's just that's how all of the PSIs work.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. That's just digging in the desert. But also, holy frick, be very careful. This oil is not to be swam in.
Oh, yeah, you just fall in, right?
Yeah,
and you can see everything. Yeah, it's really cool.
But it's like this is like 100 blocks down.
Oh wow, really?
So and I didn't know that you couldn't swim or anything. So I just stepped in and I was like, this is weird. And I just
does the elytra work?
Like, I'd assume so, but I don't know. Okay, Newtonian physics right there.
Oh wow. Oh, what the? Why does it look like this?
I didn't have an elytra or anything. I just walked in and went, wee, blip.
Wait, why is it just like a? It's just like a rectangular prism pit.
Yep. It's just what they spawn is they're like, here, let us make this rectangular prism of that's enough blocks for you to get what you need. And I was like, okie dokie.
Huh. That's pretty cool. Wait, I gotta actually check. Like, is there, can you elytra in here? I can't tell if I can elytra in here because I keep doing the hops up and then I'm running on the top. Let me see. No. Stop.
Speaking of which,
it's not working. I can't test the elytra. God dang it. So does this go until all the tanks are full and it's going to automatically? Oh, you don't have a conductor on, so it's just
I don't have a
sit
conductor
there.
yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just barely got it like to where I just barely added the tanks and verified that's working. So now I would bring it back and add and start the schedule. So if you want to drive it back, or there's also a very conveniently a town right over here, so I have a waystone. So.
Oh, that's nice. No, I can drive it back. All right, I'm gonna jump into the oil.
Oh, I don't have enough XP for the.
Yeah, elytras work, and it also makes interesting sounds because of my like boot thing.
It's just so like for me again, it was just I just walked in and fell to my death. I was like, because I expected to swim,
No,
right?
understandable,
I had no idea.
understandable.
And I was like, this is the stupidest thing, chat. I was salty, and then but we recovered and went about our business.
I think you just decapitated me on the nether portal.
That portal needs to be expanded, obviously, but everything else is fine.
And so the train stops when I enter the nether, but I'm assuming that's not an issue when it comes to having a conductor, like it will fulfill the schedule.
That's my expectation. I mean, I have the
Okay.
same thing, but I think that's because I think the train stops because your input of forward doesn't carry through into the nether, whereas the schedule's working not depending on user input. That's my expectation is that gets reset, or at least the sync between you and the connection between you and it ends. So.
Did I approach Chuck E. Cheese? I think I did. I approached Chuck E. Cheese. Good news. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Trains are very cool. I like how it like can work through the nether. That's like a really fancy thing.
Like, yeah, I mean, apparently, I did this in Above and Beyond as well, but apparently regular minecarts have always been able to, or at least can in regular now, but this seems a lot more reasonable and trustworthy, I guess, is a way to phrase it.
I am getting some real funky looking artifacts of windmills on the horizon. That's what the heck?
Funky artifact.
I was like at the edge of my render distance, I was seeing ghosts of our windmills. It was very bizarre. All right, let's see. Is our oh my god, wait. I have a backlog of pixies. I have a backlog of pixies. This is
That's
incredible.
Big news right there.
That's incredible news. It really is. I have a backlog of Mundabitter. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do you know?
69 is the way.
69 is most definitely the way. I guess we'll see what happens once I initiate time in a bottlage. Oh yeah, re-add the second thing. Maybe.
Oh, someone just mentioned in chat. I found a dupe bug as well.
Oh wow.
And it was, I had more charcoal than I was like, what do I do with all this charcoal? Like me with the trophies, but charcoal in my arms. Like I was throwing it off to the sides. I was just charcoal everywhere because it's a little unclear. I didn't really try that hard to figure out the recreatable, but basically I ended up with like 1,064 stacks in a single belt. That if you touch the belt, then it would just fill your inventory with 16, and it was like boom, and it was effort to resolve, but I was like, charcoal's not all that interesting anyway. But nonetheless, yeah, I did that. That was the thing. It happened. I was there.
That's cool. Okay, so
legitimate dupe though, because it was like I definitely didn't have that much when I went in there. I was like, this is not legit.
I think I'm gonna have to re-optimize my system of pressing the. I guess you know what? If we are running a surplus of the Oriole essence, I wonder if I could just re-add this thing, or I could do. Hey, would you have any interest in doing your little drawer thing? How you had set up your Oriole or your arcane crystal processing with the Oriole essence in the spout. Would you mind? Would you be able to set that up over here?
It depends on whether I need the extensions or not, right?
Well, I think you can use sophisticated storage to accomplish the same thing. If you come over here, I can just show you the sophisticated storage, and you can tell me if it would work.
I mean, at the end of the day, I was just doing a slight item teleport, so if you can take an item in one spot and put it out in the other, then yep, that'll work.
You can, yeah. But it's just, I guess, like, when you have an input of new stuff, how do you make sure that the old stuff gets prioritized first, I guess?
Well, apparently some people in chat tested the dupe bug, and it's really easy to duplicate. So there you go.
It's easy to duplicate the duplicate?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Easy to dupe the dupes. You want me to do what to the who with the what now?
Just come over into the thing and see if you know you. So here we have a storage controller, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're backing up here. Basically, is the issue. It just doesn't go fast enough to process the 19 before the next batch comes in. So eventually, this is going to be problematic. So it'd be easier to just make sure it's always processing the first in, first out. And so I don't know if you're willing to.
So there's not really a first in, first out per se. So the problem and what you're wanting to avoid is you ran out of. Oh no. Why is it stopped here? Did you out of?
Yeah, Oriel's out, but it just produced another thing, so it's gonna go.
Anyway, so the problem you're having is that more specs are coming in before you're finished with this batch.
Yes.
Is that the issue?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they being output from? Right here, these 19?
They come from here, yeah. And you'll have to excuse me because I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, but I'll keep my camera focused on here. 1 second.
How do I keep it from hitting these other ones, though? Need to get redstone signal to here, but only to here. If I do that, need a repeater. Can't believe he has a dog dying in there. Bridge that cross when we get to it. Just want it to be as a toggle latch, kind of. Signal on, signal off. Might be the better route to go, but let me just test to make sure this will work first. Tricky at the moment is avoiding getting signal to those other two baboons. It doesn't give me what I want. Can I not put one on there?
What did you say about baboons?
Baboons! Maybe I can't put one on there.
By the way, hello, Panju. What's up, mate?
Quite the pickly.
So is this because we have new things being introduced? Is it more tricky than the way you had it set up?
Well, yeah, I mean, what you have set up is fine. All you need is just something that controls the output so that it finishes one batch before it outputs the second, which is easy enough done. You just need like redstone and a redstone signal, which works really well with the funnels. A redstone signal on a funnel will lock the funnel. But I have a difficult time getting a signal to the funnel here without giving it to the other ones, which is what I'm trying to figure out, is how do I lock the one funnel without bothering the others? Because if, they all lock, then no one's happy.
Where did my bottles go? What the heck?
My bottles?
What? How is that the thing that went weird? Huh? I'm so confused. Where did my bottles go? What the heck?
They're always after me, bottles.
Yeah. There's not a bottle there. That's empty. Is there a bottle stuck somewhere? Did it just delete?
Like my inventory.
I wonder if a bottle... I wonder if it broke and didn't fall into the chute? I bet it broke and didn't fall into the chute, and then That would be
You
kind of
lose your
frick,
Atrum
though.
bottles or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird, but like, huh.
Not like weird, but like, weird.
Oh. Oh, and then the other one, because it broke, as soon as one didn't land where it was supposed to, because of the way Minecraft works with merging items, the next one broke and merged. Oh, God.
This is why you don't want to allow it to turn into entities whenever possible.
Oh, yeah, well, except there is... instead of just being able to take a belt with bottles on it and deploy a pixie, I'm sure you saw, you have to actually make a physical bottle in the world and then mash it with a pixie.
Oh yeah, no, I had that working. It was.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, you just do it on top of a belt. It pretty much always falls onto the belt.
I didn't think about doing it on a belt. I'm doing it on a chute. Which, so far the chute has always worked for the obelisk thing.
A
But...
redstone torch has entered the equation. Aha. The system is now interactive.
It's probably good that it's not working for now, because it means we're not getting any more input, so you can work on this. But, yeah.
I can pretty easily create a second one that's like a gate, but it just means that this one won't be doing a whole lot.
What do you mean?
So, again, I'm trying to get it to where I have a redstone signal that I can control that locks it. So right now it wouldn't output, right? But with having 18 different ones on this one chest, it's a pretty freaking... and a belt in front of it, it's pretty freaking hard to try and get a redstone signal to just this one.
Right, okay.
And so I might end up just adding another storage with the...
Yeah, there's room.
As an intermediary, and then, yeah, that way I can lock it. But really, the plan would be is I'd put a chest or a drawer, I've been using the drawers with a iron downgrade, so they only hold 64, so they're not like big buffers of pointless. Okay. And then a funnel in, funnel out, and then I would just set up a smart observer that is basically observing where the arcane shards finish and get stacked. And then based off of that, once it sees all of these are finished, then it lets in the next batch. So it just does a quick...
Oh, so you would have to do another... You'd basically have to add a chest here that lets 19 stack up then and do a brass funnel off of it, probably?
I could either do that, or I could pass these across on a depot and just keep them going, and then I could use those rose quartz to count the pulses. And so at 19, it resets the thing, and then you'd have a little light show going as they go by. But those would that would be the quick approach for it without like trying to rethink the whole thing and the approach, right? Like if you're just saying that way, you're saying it really, you're just you're batching it. You're saying until you see 19 products created, don't add more. And so that's not terribly difficult. Maybe this might work.
I do not know what that thing is there, but...
What thing there?
That, the redstone, the pulse repeater, how that works.
That's just a pulse repeater. Oh, they're great.
Okay.
Pulse repeater is a big boy. He's nice.
So I actually think of...
Okay, so that is working.
Oh, okay. I was going to say a pretty easy way to do this actually is I move this iron chest over just to the other side of the basin. I have this thing... Oh, I can't put two... I could put it on... No, because I can't have a funnel go in. I could belt it. I could just belt it instead. I'm just thinking have this iron chest insert from a different side of the basin, put a chest on top of the oak drawer here with a funnel only set to accept the fully completed ones, make sure it counts to 19, and then it drops. When it does carry an extra one, that's when it still plays into the iron chest. So anyway, but
what is this iron chest? How does it get loaded?
So there's this third over here. It takes every third block. It's just because, like, there's a more efficient way to do this, but it's because I already had the system set up. Because I wanted to have the arcane crystals sending over into the deployer for the time in a bottle. And so it was going to take every third block off right? And then bring it over to here, convert it into the arcane crystals, and then send 9 over. But instead of that, I'm just taking that third block and then cycling 8 of those crystals back over to here.
Okay.
But instead, because we now have this set to 19 instead of 27, it's just doing the exact same thing as taking one of these arcane crystals, sending it to the time in a bottle, and then the 2 blocks go over here.
Pretty sure I understood.
The end goal is every cycle generates 1 surplus arcane crystal for the time in a bottle, and then the cycle repeats.
Right.
So I'm just doing that via an annoying mechanism because it's already how I had the belt set up.
Sure.
But in any case, if we wanted to keep this without redoing a lot of stuff, just move the belt or move this chest over to the other side of the basin, replace this with a chest that has a brass funnel going into the basin that just drops 19 once it's ready.
Right. Yeah, that'd be. Sorry, it's one of the things that it's interesting to kind of talk about because one of the things that we see, and I'm sure you've seen it too, and we've joked about it while you build this, is people
Why did it do that?
You broke the belt. It's just a belt.
It's because of the haste. It's because of the haste this way. Anyway.
But there's been I've seen a number of comments that are like, you guys need to do more together. It's single player. We joke about it too. But these are very difficult to try and partition like that. To understand the vision of what you're seeing and what you're thinking and to convey that is so tough. Like we've been working together for years, and it's like I explain what I'm doing. You're like, okay, yeah. I'll take your word for it. You explain what you're doing. I'm like, it sounds like you've got a plan. Like, trying to have multiple people building one create device is nutso. So, because there's just infinite ways to do it. And so, basically, I think, because I've been kind of pondering on how to try and do that. And I think what we end up is one person, we start subsectioning the devices and say, all right, I need you to deliver to this spot this item, and you can go and figure out how you want to create that item, over in this space, and then Pete, you give me this item here, and then I'll work on the central spot that processes the results that you guys are making into one. And that's about the only way I can think of that we would be able to work on one create system together.
I mean, that sounds like how it probably works programming something with multiple people in an office. You got to break it down into different parts in order to try to deliver a final thing.
I should consider trying that sometime.
Yeah, I know. You should. I am just retrieving some funnels and, let's see, brass.
So, do you have kind of an idea of what I was talking about and what you're wanting to try and make it work now?
I do. I think what I'm gonna just do is use the brass to deliver 19.
Yeah.
When it is ready, and I think that's just so the way I have it set up should just work when I do that. Filter to god dang it. Well, let me grab an arcane crystal over here. Should be able to. Oh yeah, wrong way. Yeah. You're super right about that. Like that, and then do that. Filter it to exactly 19, and then over here, this will just automatically drop the 8 when it gets recycled, and that should have the effect of this is only going to generate a new obelisk once everything is all processed. So I think
don't have anything going into this.
Oh yeah. Sorry. That's probably a good idea. I should do that. So yeah.
And then remove the push and pull on there.
Do that, and then do. Oh, you can't filter on those brass. Okay.
You don't need to filter it. The drawer's a filter on its own. It won't accept items that aren't.
You're very right, because we're not doing the push pull thing anymore. That's so true.
Well, even if it was push pull, it wouldn't push anything other than what can. A drawer can't have 2 items, so it will only pull ones that match what it's locked on.
Yeah. But I. Oh yeah. That's also true. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've got that, and okay. So that should work. Now I might as well, I'm just gonna clear the belt, and then I need to throw bottles. The only other thing is the frickin' bottles over there apparently can frick up, which is annoying.
But how are you getting the Oreo out of the bottles?
I'll do this, and then 19. How am I getting the Oreo out of the bottle? What do you mean?
Okay, you get the pixie, and then you wash the pixie, and then then you drain the pixie, right?
Yeah.
Where are you draining the pixie?
Oh, it's underneath the fan. It's a verticalized loop over there.
Okay. Well, that gets you the pixie. Oh, and then right there, fluid container. Okay, so there's the drain. Gotcha.
So that
But
should work.
that should, because you shouldn't need to generate any more of the bottles, right? I guess is where.
No, so that the thing is, clearly when the
you-
drill broke, it just didn't drop the bottle in the chute. That's the only
gotcha.
explanation there.
Okay. Okay, I see. I was like, you shouldn't have to be making more of these, but I get it. You
Yeah.
lost the ones that you had.
That's
Okay.
my assumption. So that's why I was asking, like, how did you always get it to never? Dang it! How did you get it to never mess up? So-
For anything that I have to drill, I do it over a belt, and it seems to pretty securely. The obelisk was a little problematic. That's why but I just had the obelisk over.
See, it's
a screw
interesting.
belt
The
that-
obelisk so far hasn't failed for me. So yeah, I don't know why it's finicky with the. Anyway.
What if there's a way to send the train on a circuit via redstone? Have a schedule, but the schedule's redstone.
Okay, well, I think this is functional. It won't back up. It should retain a surplus. So I think it's good.
Think it's good?
I think it's good. Unless I need to go and reconfigure the whole jar thing, so that we never lose any of them.
Like I'm in jail. Yeah. No. That is. It's a crazy complex system, and you've been doing a great job of putting it together, and I want to acknowledge that and
Oh,
say
thank
well
you.
done.
That is very kind. Okay. Well, my food is actually here, so I guess
I guess
perhaps a
that's
good time
it
to
for the episodic episode.
wind it down. Oh, wait, let's see. So this thing fills up to 19. There it goes. Great. Cling, cling, clang. And then it should recycle back, right? Should recycle back. Yep,
Should
okay,
recycle
cool.
back. Should recycle back.
And there it goes. Makes another one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this should be good. Other than the
Excellent.
occasional disappearing bottle scenario, but
Sometimes things happen.
I'll
you
get
know?
I'll get to that one later if I need to. I feel like for now it's all good.
And also, there's a certain amount of sometimes you hit a point you're just like, I need to walk away from this and do something else for a few minutes or think about it because I am fried and I hate it, and when you come back, then you can work on it again. So
Yeah, pretty
but
much.
we want to thank our sponsor for providing the server that we've been cooking our brains on. If you would like to cook your brain, if you would like to play with your friends, be sure to check out the link in your description. You can save 25% off on your first month. Helps support what we do. Appreciate that. Thank you to Apex Hosting for providing that, and thank you for checking them out. We do stream these live. You can see this happens. Twitch.tv/CaptainSparklez and Twitch.tv/Zine. Throw some follows and see a lot of extra stuff that doesn't always make it into the episodes. And if you have enjoyed the episode, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the like, and leaving a comment, letting us know what you enjoyed and all those sorts of fun things. You good? Anything for you? Parting thoughts, wisdoms?
No, I'm just I will be happy to put that section behind me as soon as I wire up the time in a bottle producing stuff.
Yes, I understand. I think I'm probably gonna, just because there's something wrong with me, I'm going to end up playing with it more to see.
You're gonna try to get it down to the the
but
50 generation.
no, no, no. I don't. I'd have to change the config back and everything. Like, I don't care about that. But more just like get it figure out the way that I would have it all running and self perpetuating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just primarily from a curiosity standpoint. It's I'm invested enough in the challenge that now it's like I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me, but nonetheless. All right. We'll see you later, guys.
Farewell. Would you like to stand in front of your train for a thumbnail?
I would love to stand in front of my train for a thumbnail. I was like, man, I wonder if this is thumbnail worthy, and man, if it is, then
Yeah, that's so cool.
honored.
Okay, nice. Okay.
I think the more interesting would be an aerial of the create area over there, but I understand if you're keeping it purely legit.
I mean, for the thumbnail, I'll get to the legit stuff. What the frick? Okay, yeah, that windmill stuff is freaking out.
Well, it looks normal to me for over here, but
Oh, it definitely don't be looking normal over there. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
What the frick? It's like, what the? Someone feel free to clip that, and I don't know, we'll send it to Zine. But anyway,
have a good dinner.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. All right, I will see you later.
Later, dude.
Okay, that's something. Oh, all right, guys, we did it. What an episode. Things got crazy, and we solved them. Dread Leader, thank you for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. And JD Wakora, thank you for gifting a sub to Punju. So yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, I'm gonna go eat. My brain is fried. Well, Raid Zine, if you want to keep frying your brain. And, yeah, man. I will see you later.